Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. So today I'm going to be doing a design change, fill, rebalance on Kendra's nails. It's been 4 weeks. This was the last set she got, which was on my channel, set. Look at this Glossit top coat. She works in a restaurant, hands in gloves, working with knives, all that. No chipping, no peeling, just excellent stuff. And no lifting after 4 weeks. So I have a lot of removal on my channel, so I didn't show me e-filing the nails off to this level. I'm just going to show the prep. So this right here is in real time, so you can see how gentle I'm going with the cuticle pusher. And then I have it sped up. But I am going to keep all of the prep in here for you guys. So she had no lifting at all. She was waiting to come to her appointment the day we did this, which was yesterday. She had about 20 minutes before she needed to be here, and she jammed the index finger on this hand that I'm working on right here, jammed it hard, bad on the back of her couch, and she said it literally made her cry. It hurt so bad. And she said a year ago, when I had not been using the Kiara Sky acrylic primer, that injury and that jamming would have popped her nail off, but it didn't budge. So she said it felt like she had lifting, and it was sore. So I had to spend a lot of time when I get to that nail working the acrylic down to where I would say she had pre-lifting, like she knocked it good, and I needed to remove most of the acrylic on her natural nail. So I do show that, and I do show you guys what it should look like and where to go. And also, if you have not been watching my channel, or if you're new, Kendra has extremely sensitive skin, so where I'm holding her fingers, like right here where my thumb is, if I have to file extra long on a nail, her finger and cuticle area will be bright red for the rest of the set, and the pictures just from me putting pressure there and holding it. So even though I don't work on her natural nail to remove that pre-lifting where she jammed her finger, her nail bed does appear pink afterwards. So I'm just going to show you guys that. And so right now what I'm doing is taking the Tammy Taylor 100 grit part of the file and reshaping her nail. So I did the removal, I pushed back the cuticles, and now I'm doing some reshaping. I would say, and I've said this before too, prep takes the longest of any of my sets. The acrylic application, sometimes it takes a long time if I'm doing black. And by the way, she did want black. We do a removal, a full soak off and removal when Kendra comes every 3rd or 4th set. So I can trim down her natural nails, get a look at her natural nail health, all of that. And, just after that many sets, a lot of times your structure becomes compromised because you've just done so much work on it, over and over. So that's what I like to do with all of my returning clients. And this was going to be, so she had the candy corn nails, the nails I just showed you, and then this set. So we could have removed here, but Kendra is going to be starting school and going to be doing a lot of typing. And this was her Christmas set. She didn't get to get a Christmas set last year because I was sick. So, okay, I'll go back to what we're doing there. So right here, because she has had 12 weeks of natural nail growth under here, I'm going to clean up and file away some of her natural nail. Several reasons. One, because when your natural nail grows out, it starts curling, so it kind of starts lifting from the bottom. It doesn't cause any problems structurally, but grime gets under there and it doesn't really look very appealing. So I'm going to get rid of that. And also, because of the curling, it affects the look of my side walls. So you'll see me kind of going like right here. And when I am done with this step, I'm going to go back and do the side walls of the nails from the top as well. And you'll see in a couple little spots what I'm talking about, how you can see the separation and curling of her natural nail from the side or top view of the set. If you don't do this step after a few, well, it depends on your client's natural nail growth, like how rapid their nails grow. because everyone's grow differently. But this was 12 weeks or more of growth here for her because she comes every 4 weeks, and this was her third set. So what I was saying was, right. So after this, she wanted to go all out on this set because, again, she didn't get a Christmas set last year. It's Christmas. And her next set is either going to be very, very short or just a manicure. She's going to have to take them off after this. So we didn't take any of her length down, even though these are much longer than the ones we originally put on. The times they've grown out and been filled, I haven't shortened them. So this is the longest she's had them in quite a while, probably a year. Yeah, a year or more. And she loves them. This is what she likes. She likes really long stilettos, and I love doing them. So it's a shame that she's going to have to take them off, but it's fantastic that she's getting an education. So when we get to that point of her being in school, and she's going to school to be an EMT or at something in the medical field, a lot of times when you start school, you end up changing focus. So we'll see where she goes with her life, but she's just a go-getter, always has been, and I'm so proud of her and happy for her. So maybe she won't be doing too much typing. Maybe she'll be able to have nails. Definitely when she gets into her EMT training, she won't be able to, but anyway, we'll go from there, and hopefully I can still see her all the time. So right here, I wanted to show you the nail I'm working on, her thumb. Don't look at that nail. I want you to look at her ring finger that you can see from the side view. Do you see how that does not look even, and I need to fix the side? I already filed that nail, but the side won't look flush or fixed because of the curling of her natural nail under there. So that's why I'm going to go back right now and fix that. So that's what I'm doing here, and you can see that my file is kind of underneath because I'm just going to gently fine-tune the natural nail curve or curl that you can see from the side. You see what I'm saying here? So that was another reason why I did that removal underneath. After this, we're going to get into her natural nail prep and her acrylic removal. So as I'm doing, when I'm using this file, I'm only working on the acrylic portion of her nail. I'm going to take a ball bit next and really push her cuticle area back and get any dead skin off. And then I'm going to go in. Now, typically I'll go in with a couple of different bits. So this is the ball bit, obviously, and you guys can see how much this pulls the cuticle skin, or the skin away from the cuticle. By the way, you guys, cuticle is that white, dry, dead skin that's on the nail plate. This is actually, I think, the proximal fold. Don't quote me on that because it's been many years, I believe so. But it's live skin. I'm just getting the dead skin off of this area. The cuticle is the white flaky skin that I will be removing next. It's actually on her nail plate. This bit is not for the nail plate. It is for live skin, to go on top of live skin to remove the dead skin, if that makes sense. You can also start to see right now that finger I was just working on, the index finger. Do you see how that acrylic, that first acrylic bead closest to that's not red, you can see that it looks a different color and not as flush as the rest of the acrylic that I'm working on, or that's on the nail. That's the one she jammed. So that's all that area that's like a little more chalky white looking I need to remove. After this bit, I typically go in with, and by the way, also, I only showed one hand of prep. So at this point in the recording and this point in the set, I had already done her other hand. That's why that green bit laying on my purple dental bib looks used, because it is. So I'm going to take that bit, this bit here, and flip it around to use the new side on this hand. That's how I make the most out of my sanding bands, by the way. This is a Kiara Sky small mandrel bit, and the I'm going to say buffer, but that's the wrong word, sanding band. This green sanding band is a medium grit from Profiles Backstage. Now, typically when I do this step, when I'm doing a backfill, a design change, I only use this bit on the acrylic, and I have it up at about a speed 7 or 8. With my Not Polished e-file being so powerful, I decided to try, since this was a medium grit and it was a small mandrel bit, I decided to keep my e-file on a speed of 2, and you can even see as I'm working here that it kind of slows down if I apply any pressure. That's how slow it's going. So it is literally on speed 2 for all of this. That's why I'm working on the natural nail and the acrylic here. So I decided to remove her shine, remove her cuticle, and remove the acrylic, all on the same speed and all with the same bit. When normally I would go in with 2 or 3 bits, different speeds, to do this step. So it looks like I'm working on her for a long time, but it's because I'm doing all 3 of those steps in one here with this one bit. And it worked out really nice. So I might have figured out a way to trim down some time. And again, this is in real time. I left it in real time because prep is key. You guys, I've said it before. I know all nail techs say it, but it really, really, really is your foundation. It's where I spend the most of my time. From the time that she sits down in the chair till the time I'm starting to apply acrylic is about an hour and a half. And that is because, we remove most of her set, like 80% of the set she had on. And what you see here left is what I haven't removed yet. But the rest of it is prep. So she wanted a black Christmas set. I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail the designs we did on it, and I decided that I was not going to be using black acrylic. I just wasn't going to stress myself, just wasn't going to do it. Since we were doing black, it doesn't matter what is underneath. I just needed to get her foundation well, and I used clear and Zulay's black polish because I end up using Zulay's black polish anyway, and clear is much more stronger than any other acrylic, and just boom. I love working with not polished clear. I love it. It just gets cloudy, so I don't typically encapsulate with it. I encapsulate with Kiara Sky Clear because it's the clearest clear I have found. And although I love not polish the most of any brand, it's just not it's not given me the clearest encapsulation in the past. So I will be changing how I work with it the next time I encapsulate something. But I have a lot of it, and I absolutely love the way it performs. I love the way the beads pick up. It works the same as the rest of their acrylics, and I love that. So I did use clear for this set. So this nail here is the one that needs to be removed. Basically, from where I'm working here, all the way to where you see the red needs to come off. You can see how it's kind of white and chalky looking, and as I'm going, it's really just flaking off. And I won't be doing any of this chipping or working on her natural nail. And I have not increased the speed of my bit either. It's still at a 2. So it does take me a little bit longer, but that's okay. I want to be gentle in this process and in this step, but it does end up making her nail bed pink because I'm just there for a while. Just because even my thumb holding her skin will make her skin pink. And of course, yes, I do go in and remove the shine and do the prep on her natural nail and her skin too. But when you see me on the acrylic, I'm just working to chip that off. Like right here, you'll see it just chips off. And the best way to get acrylic that needs to be removed like this, where you have pre-lifting, this isn't lifted yet, but I shouldn't be applying acrylic over this because it's not 100% flush to her nail. In other words, any kind of moisture could be sealed in there if I just go right in and apply acrylic over this. So I need to get it off. And the best way to do that is to kind of go underneath. And also, the only point I ever use cuticle nippers is at this point where I can clearly see that there's just a piece of dead skin that I can just clip off. But I don't ever go across and remove all of the cuticle. So see, I'm kind of underneath. I'll go right on it, and then I'll go underneath to thin it out so it chips off easier. So I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this prep, and I'll jump back on when I see something I need to say. All right, so we're going to go in with some Young Nail Swipe and really, really clean and dehydrate and neutralize that nail bed. Do you see her ring finger? Now, this is a hand I wasn't even working on camera just now. This is the hand I did first. So this is like, I don't know, been 40 minutes since I touched that hand, and it's still bright red just from me holding my thumb there. She's got very sensitive skin. So I'm going in with my Holy Grail secret weapon, Chiaroscuro acrylic primer. If you do sets on yourself or sets on clients, just go get this. Your nails won't lift anymore, period. Bang, straight on. This is the ish, okay? Also, I haven't listened to this voiceover back yet, but it is raining here. I am inside, but I do have the door open because the weather is just fabulous and gorgeous. So if you hear that in the background, it's just rain, and I hope if you hear it, I hope it's relaxing and not annoying. I did forget to mention that the gold colored bit that I was using to remove her natural nail when I was working underneath her nail was an extra fine bit that I got from my local nail supply. If you guys were wondering, you've probably never seen that bit on my channel. It's just something I have in my stash that works really, really good for that. And I had my e-file on a speed of 4 for that removal, by the way. I'm going to go in with this primer and I'm also going to go with my cuticle nippers one more time here and get a little piece of skin hanging off of her thumb, I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to get into the acrylic application. I do want to tell you guys, Christmas is in 2 or 3 days, and wow, I'm glad I was able to get this Christmas set up for you guys before Christmas. Last year I didn't get any Christmas sets till after Christmas because I was sick, but feeling great this year, thank goodness. I'm super blessed. I hope you and your family are ready for Christmas. I hope you guys are having a fabulous holiday so far. And I did get that 22-ounce jar of clear acrylic in my not polished mystery box, and I had this empty container from Young Nails, so that's why you saw on the lid it said NP clear. So this is not polished clear, it's just in a different jar, in a Young Nails jar. I'm using Chiaroscuro monomer. I'm using my Chiaroscuro number 8 brush, and I will let you guys watch this application. Again, I hope you guys are having a beautiful Christmas. Oh, and one more thing, I did also have someone come for a set of super short natural length pink nails, and I have that video already ready. I just need to do the voiceover, so that will be coming up next. And wait till you hear the story on that one, you guys, because the nails that she came in with, I don't have a policy where I don't work on other techs' work. I've been doing it long enough. I know what to look for as far as not wanting to work on someone else's work, and I always just make sure to let the client know before they come. You know, if I encounter something weird, there might be a different price than what we discussed because we might need to do a removal, etc., etc. And I'll talk about all of that when we get to that video. But I was surprised when she sat down with the set she had on versus what she was asking me for, because what she asked me for was the same thing she asked the salon she went to previously for, which were 2 very different things. So that was pretty interesting. So yeah, I'll let you guys watch this application. I'll jump right back on. All right, so we are finished with application, and I'm going in with my 100 grit not polish file. Love this file. And I'm only going to be working on the free edge and or middle of the nail to fine tune the acrylic. And then I will be going in with my e-file to do the cuticle area and a little debulking. The bit that I'm going to use is a not polish medium barrel safety bit. I have 2 or 3 of these, and they're in the color red. So depending on which one I use, some of the red has wore off. And this one, I think, looks pretty red. I can't remember. Anyway, I had my e-file on a speed of 8,000 RPMs when I was doing the debulking and the cuticle work. And I will let you guys watch. So we're almost finished with the filing here, and I forgot how much I love this bit. What I was getting at earlier was I kind of forget I have these, and I just grab my panna. This bit, ooh, God, wow, I love it. It's so sharp, but so easy to use. And the top of it, the way it's shaped for safety, still lets you get right in there. I don't know, I just love it. I love how thin and narrow it is. Just anything Not Polished does is just good, just flat out. So after this, I am going to polish her nails with Zule's black gel polish. I love this stuff. It's my go-to black. I have a couple other blacks, I think like from D&D and maybe just some random blacks. But this one it's just the bomb, you guys. One coat. You'll see right now when I start polishing. I didn't show all of the polishing. I kind of jump in the middle of it. But this is one coat, you guys. It's literally like ink. And it's so slick and nice. And sorry I'm not wearing gloves. My nails need to be done so badly. It's been about 6 weeks since I touched my nails at all. And obviously, I've been using my thumb to kind of trim up or, fine tune little bits of polish I get on her skin. But look at this. It's literally like ink, this stuff. It's one coat, just absolutely fabulous. And I've had this for over a year. It's not gummy. It's just amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend any of Zule's gels. I have a lot of her stuff. Her files are great. Her bits are great. Of course, her bling gel, her, excuse me, a lot of her stuff. I don't prefer her acrylics personally. Her cover acrylics and her glitters are spectacular, but her colored acrylics, I'm always just going to go with Not Polished. So after I'm done polishing and curing in the lamp for 60 seconds, because this is black, I'm going to go in with this Kiara Sky Gem Gel that I got. I don't even remember where I got this, how or why, but actually it's not Gem Gel. It's called Bling It Gel, so it's their glue for bling. I'm going to coat the whole nail. We're going to do a sugar nail with this gorgeous glitter. I'm showing you Zule's polish. This is just some fine glitter I got off Amazon. If you guys want the link, let me know, because it comes with a ton of different colors. I don't know, like 20 colors, and they're all gorgeous and fine, just like this. So I'm just going to sugar this nail. I'm going to have her cure it for 60 seconds. When it comes out of the light, I'm going to brush it off with my brush. And the brush that I'm using is a gorgeous red chrome that matches all my Not Polished stuff and equipment. And I got that from Nail It Like Lucy, or Acrylicure. Sorry, she changed her name to Acrylicure. This is the brush I'm talking about. She has a fantastic nail supply store, you guys. Her prices are unreal. Go over there if you haven't already. Gloss It is the top coat I'm using, of course. So I'm just going to give her a top coat here. And we're going to do a few different designs. You guys are going to see, I'm going to use Profiles Backstage White gel. I'm not sure if it's, what's it called? Like a painting gel. It's not where they're painting puds. You'll see the jar. I'm going to show you the jar right now. There you go. Gel art liner. There it is. I'm going to do icicles. Yes, I can do icicles. They're not the best. And then I'm going to use this sugar called Unicorn from Profiles to sugar the icicles. And the rest of this video is going to be different than any of my other videos. Okay, I've let you guys know. If you're new here, it'll be new maybe for you to hear this, but I'm going to let you guys in on, if you ever see any nail art on my channel and it isn't a sticker and it's not encapsulation and you haven't seen me do it, or I tell you, like there's been a set that I did where Anna did her own nail art, where Kendra does her own nail art, places her own stickers, that kind of thing. I am very, very, very bad at any of this. I'm going to be getting better this year. I'm going to be trying to do it. I've bought some brushes. I've bought some gel liners. And I will be challenging myself. So you're going to be seeing more of this stuff on my channel. It's been a good year or more since I did any icicles. So again, they're not the best, but I figure I'm going to be covering them with sugar so they don't have to be perfect. This sugar is absolutely gorgeous too, by the way, and it's super, super, super fine. Kendra doesn't like textures on her nails, so she wasn't sure about the pinky nail, but she ended up liking it, and she also wasn't sure about the sugaring on the icicles, but it's so minimal and that glitter is so fine, she didn't mind it either. On the other hand, we're going to just be doing white stripes, and on the other hand, we're doing a present with a bow type look, which, again, you guys are going to see my struggles, my trial and error, and I do give it a good shot, and when I gave up, I let Kendra do it, and then my wife came in to do the bow on Kendra's non-dominant hand, because Kendra hadn't eaten all day, and she came here straight after work. So she was just getting hungry, and we were all over it. This was 2 hours and 49 minutes, I think, at this point. And then it was another hour for the art. So when I say my wife's name is Vanessa, and she's a fabulous artist, just fabulous. If I had her skills, I could do anything on nails. But you'll see right away, even just me making lines, like I've told you guys before, I'm just not good at it. It's just very, very difficult for me. I feel like I'm wearing a boxing glove on my hand. My hand does not move in the manner that my eye thinks it should. So my brain can clearly see what needs to be done. My brain's telling my hand to do it, and my hand will not. Do you see that? So again, I'm going to give it the good old shot. But these are just lines. You see how misspaced and misshapen they are? This is why I don't do it. This is why I don't even do Frenchies. This is why when I said a few videos ago, or maybe it was even the last video, that I just quit doing it because someone's sitting in front of me paying me, and I have to do this to all 10 nails and make them match? No. When just 2 lines have me literally not breathing, no. So, and wiping off and trying again and again. So I need to get it. I'm going to practice on myself. I'm going to practice on my practice hand. I'm going to practice on any clients that let me. And I will get there. And I'll just get to doing what I'm comfortable doing. So when I was uncomfortable, I just stopped and said, okay, Kendra, go for it. Because Kendra is also an artist. She's an excellent artist. But she's not here to do her own nails, So, of course, I'm going to try. But this is where I'm done. I hand it over to Kendra. So I do let you guys a little glimpse of how and what she's doing. She got the much smaller, thinner, not polished brush. And this was me, after she did that bow on her non-dominant hand, she said, I don't like it. Can you please take it off? She did the one on her, she repainted the box, the ribbon, so to speak. And she held the brush firm and moved her nail instead of moving the brush, which is a great idea. But you could probably only really do that if it's your hand. And for the bow, we brought my wife in. So when you see somebody else sit down and right here, this is going to be Vanessa doing the rest of the set. And then I will show you guys my setup for pictures. And we're going to put cuticle oil on, and we are done. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas or holiday. I don't mean to keep saying Christmas. I just hope you guys have a happy holiday. I celebrate Christmas. I think that's why I say it. But to be all-inclusive, I just hope everyone has a beautiful holiday and a beautiful time with your family, mostly. I love this set. I love how it came out. Thank you all for being here. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.